Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Beard. In this video, I will be discussing 2 to 3 things. 1. What is Gateway and how did Apollo Engineering get electricity on the island? Number 2. Where is everybody? And number 3. When do we play the game? Starting with number 1, what is Gateway and how did Apollo Engineering get electricity on the island? I want to start this video by understanding Gateway a bit more. Please note that this video is more informative and discusses theories rather than a thing set in stone. Gateway, along with many other islands, is an island operated by Apollo Engineering. On this island, there are 4 domes we can see scattered around alongside many other human infrastructure buildings that need electricity. While studying for this video, I looked at many possible energy sources that Apollo Engineering could have used to get energy for their experiments. And from coal to natural gases to other things, I was left with a few. Solar energy, aka solar panels, hydroelectric energy, aka dams, and geothermal energy, aka getting heat from the earth to generate electricity. Because we have a volcano on the island, they might have used geothermal energy, but I'm not really sure about this one, so I'm leaving this up to you guys to decide if this is a thing or not. Starting off with solar energy, I was shown by a streamer this picture. As you can see, the presence of solar panels exists on Gateway. Now, there were probably different solar panels scattered along the island before everything went south. Or maybe the developers just have to add them in. But while solar panels seem like an amazing idea, remember that to power a full household, you'll need somewhere between 20-30 solar panels, and to power an entire island, yeah, not that likely. But of course, when it comes to small buildings and computers, they can be indeed helpful. Now, moving on to the juicy part, the dams. Dams have always been very much everywhere in the Isle. We had them on Isle V3, on Spiral, and now on Gateway. Of course, we can say the idea of generating power through hydroelectric energy, aka the dams, is already set in stone by the developers. There are multiple dams around Gateway. First, we have this one, the one near South Plains. I won't really go in depth with this one because it has to do with the dome, and because they are not finalized, I do not want to give information just for the sake of it. But of course, you can leave your opinions about it down below. Is it a dam that produces energy or just a dam to store water? My guess is it stores water up there that goes in the dam, helping the dam have another lake inside where dinosaurs in the dam can drink, and also stores the water outside as well. The second dam I want to talk about is the one that actually caught my most attention, the water access dam, this one. From these pictures we can deduce that this dam is indeed a dam that used to produce energy. Now let me not get ahead of myself and explain simply how dams work. Basically, you have this big structure that holds water in one place. When energy is needed, people open the dam, water goes into the dam, spins a turbine by going in, which spins a generator that creates energy, which is then redirected where it's needed. Alright, now, when energy is not needed anymore, the flow of water is stopped. Water stored isn't infinite, and we would always need to wait for more water to accumulate behind the dam before using it if it runs out of it. Now, because Apollo Engineering is so smart, they built this dam right here. See the other lake? That lake is a little higher than water access. When it rains, water drains into the lake. Lake rises higher, it floods. Water from lake drains into water access lake. Water access lake rises higher, thus helping fill it faster. If we don't need energy and the water keeps rising, at the other corner of water access lake we have a spillway that doesn't let water access lake get too high. That spillway spills the water into a river that goes all the way down to the delta, which also has a dam, aka detention dam, something like this at the delta. It helps regulate the flow of water and such. Now, between water access and the other higher lake, there could also be a pumped storage dam, something like this, though I'm not sure, but it could also help produce even more energy. Or help it produces energy if it flows from up to down into water access, or if it flows from water access up to the other lake, then it consumes energy. Moving on to where is everybody. Now let's theorize a bit. We have this right here. In my opinion, Tartarus isn't like a subject or anything. It's the entire operation that goes on Gateway. Literally everything. Now, as we can see on this picture, if the secrets of this island get out into the world, Tartarus, aka everything that's going on, needs to be relocated. In my opinion, this isn't why there's no people. My reasoning of why there's no people is because there's multiple scenarios made by Apollo Engineering that result in Tartarus being relocated, aka moving to another island entirely. So basically, if somebody releases secrets, Tartarus, aka the whole operation on the island, needs to be relocated. If something escapes on the island, again Tartarus needs to be relocated. Anything that could draw attention to the island from the world, then they need to relocate and start over. I think something happened on this island. In my opinion, this is what I think. Either an eyeless or a Neuros Strain escaped from the island. I want to lean more towards the Neuros Strain though. Why? Well, I believe that Neuros Strains are sensitive to light. Compared to Tissos and Hypers, Neuros Strains have sensitivity to light, in my opinion, making them more active at night or during thunderstorms where the sun is blocked by the clouds. In my opinion, the Neuros Strain escaped or did an electric charge and fried the electricity. Why do I think it escaped? Well, as we can see from these pictures, people left in a hurry. And why do I say the Neuro has sensitivity to light? Because they also hurried to open the floodlights before they started packing their stuff. So they have some sort of protection and also see in the dark better in case something comes. As you can see in these pictures, the light panel wasn't even closed properly before they left, hinting at them hurrying to pack everything and leave. More pictures of lockers being empty and bags on the floor also hint that they packed and left, aka Tartarus Relocation. When do we play the Isle? In my opinion, we play a few weeks or months after the humans relocated to another island. Why do I say that? Well, first hint we get is when we press tab in game, we see in the top left corner that our trackers that humans use to track and get details from us are still active. So someone is still getting information about us, probably from the site they moved Tartarus to, so they find out if dinosaurs died, the strains died, or to gather more information before they send a team to deal with us, aka Gen 2 probably. Now, trackers don't usually last for years and years, that's why I'm saying it's probably a few months after the incident of Tartarus Relocation. Second hint we get is that the floodlights are still active around the island. Towers have them open, hangars have them open, all hinting that they opened all of them while they evacuated, so the light protects them and never bothered to turn them off. Because they are still running, we can deduce the action takes place before all the generators on the island died down. Of course, around the island there's lights that flicker and lights that already died together with the generators inside buildings. The action, of course, that doesn't take place right after the evacuation, seeing from these bathroom mirrors being broken, probably dinosaurs already got to roam around and see themselves in the mirrors and breaking them because they didn't know what's in front of them. We can also see the tower on the island emit messages to probably other islands, and the tower is still active. The generator for the tower is still active, and it emits signals to other islands, probably information from our trackers to theirs, right? So that's interesting to think about. Alright, this is basically everything I wanted to discuss. We found out how Apollo Engineering got power on the island, aka from the dams, which produce a lot of electricity, might I say, and how the island and everything went south, in my opinion. And as a theory, of course. What do you think? Is this what happened or something else happened? What do you think Tartarus is? When do you think the Isle is taking place? When do we think we play as the dinosaurs? I would love to know more about what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, boys. Bye bye.